My family calls me the poor one at the lavish dinner table, but I hold real estate contracts worth billions, and they're about to learn the truth. I'm Nora Hale, the one sitting quietly by the fireplace, listening to them brag. Monthly dinners at the Napa estate aren't about eating. They're for showing off. Preston boasted, "I just bought a ranch near Silicon Valley billionaires." Cassandra scoffed, flashing her designer bag. "We got a vineyard in Tuscany, Mediterranean views." I sipped iced tea, hiding a smile. If only they knew I owned this entire building. "Nora, you're so quiet," Aunt Evelyn cut in, voice sharp. "How's life going?" Preston asked, fake concern. "That cramped apartment in Portland, still renting?" Cassandra added, eyes glittering. "I thought everyone owned by now." I smiled. That apartment, Alder Street, was the first deal of West Pine Holdings, my company. They think I rent. In truth, I'm the owner. 35, Nora, Evelyn said, condescending. "You need to grow up, buy something real." Real? Like the $1.8 billion portfolio, residential towers, commercial high-rises, and Ashcroft Plaza, the place they're sitting in? 6 months ago, I bought it through a private equity fund with no trace back to me. "I'm doing fine," I replied evenly. Preston scoffed. "You couldn't afford a down payment." I leaned back. Let them talk. Soon they'll see my name on the deed. My father spoke up. "Don't be harsh, Preston. No one's as sharp as you." Evelyn sighed. "Nora's chosen her path. They think I broker cheap rentals, barely surviving on commissions. They don't know West Pine Holdings. Me has been acquiring properties across the Northwest, with ethical investments prioritizing long-term tenants." Cassandra chimed in. "Heard the Alder Street block got bought out. Your unit's probably getting demolished." I kept a straight face. "Really? Haven't heard. I'm the buyer. No demolition. I preserve, restore, protect the families who've lived there for decades." Preston laughed. "That kind of deal's beyond you." Evelyn added sweetly, "If you get evicted, the guest house is open. I'll find you something decent." "I'm satisfied," I said firmly. "So is the landlord." Cassandra gave a tight smile. "You can't live small forever." My father set his wine down. "Today we discussed business. West Pine Holdings bought the controlling stake in Ashcroft Plaza 6 months ago. No one knows who they are. Probably foreign investors." Preston nodded. "Only big players target legacy assets." "They don't know the big player is me." In an old sweater and worn shoes. Dad continued. "They're demanding audits, asking about how we report our finances." I looked at them, forced smiles, hiding panic. Audits will reveal Preston used building funds to buy his ranch. Cassandra logged luxury bags as client expenses. Evelyn said, "The Hale name still carries weight. But West Pine, me, doesn't care about legacy." Cassandra turned, voice syrupy. "Nora, you're in real estate, right?" "Know who runs the management company." I answered gently, "I only deal with small clients, not Ashcroft Plaza level." Preston snapped, "You can't even help family?" I smiled. "They'll soon see how I help." Tomorrow morning, West Pine announces a reorganization of Ashcroft Plaza. No shady budgets, no sweetheart contracts. I stood, grabbed my worn leather bag. "I have an early day tomorrow." Evelyn called after me. "Next time, dress like a Hale, Nora. Appearance matters." I turned back. "Don't worry. Tomorrow, I'll be exactly what you expect." The next morning, I stood in the real office, the top floor overlooking Portland. My assistant, Ela, placed coffee beside the laptop. The Ashcroft Plaza board is seated. "Your family came early, trying to sway the independents." I smirked, imagining Preston and Cassandra performing desperation. "Is the audit report ready?" I asked. Ela nodded. "Printed. The analysis team found more than expected." "You're sure?" She paused. "Once revealed, there's no going back." "They need to learn," I replied quietly. "Legacy isn't a license to abuse." I looked in the mirror. No more jeans, no old sweater. Today, I wore a navy suit, sharp, powerful. Not to find a husband like Evelyn hoped, but to bring down their paper castle. "Ownership announcement in 20 minutes, Ela said. "Then let's begin," I answered, grabbing my briefcase and walking into battle. The Ashcroft Plaza boardroom went silent when I entered. My family huddled at the far end, nervous, overdressed, unsure. Preston barked, "Who are you? This is a closed meeting." I set the briefcase at the head of the table. "I'm Nora Hale, founder of West Pine Holdings. owner of this building and many others your family misused. Evelyn turned pale. Cassandra's mouth opened, speechless. My father gripped his pen and whispered, "Nora?" "Good morning," I said, opening my case, sliding the audit report across the table. "Shall we review your finances?" Preston stammered. You're just a failure." Cassandra mumbled, "You sell cheap apartments." "I build," I said firmly, with integrity, not illusion. The board was silent, watching the Hale family unravel page by page. The report listed misused funds, inflated invoices, fake receipts. "Preston," I said, flipping a page, "explain the $2 million roof repairs for your Jackson Hole ranch." He blushed, silent. "Cassandra," I continued, "did your husband really charge triple for basic plumbing?" Evelyn exhaled. "You expose your family like this?" "No," I answered. "You did that. I'm just cleaning it up." My father said gently, "Nora, daughter, we can explain." I raised a hand. "I watched you turn great-grandfather's legacy into an ATM. While you mocked me, I built something better, on values, not vanity." Cassandra asked, confused, "Why fake being poor?" "I didn't fake," I replied. "I live simply, invest wisely. You equate wealth with display." Preston muttered, "Alder Street, you really live there?" "I own it," I corrected. "And the whole block. No demolishing. I preserve for people, not just profit." My phone buzzed. A board member read aloud, "Westpine Holdings announces CEO, Nora Hale, $2 billion portfolio, leading ethical investment." Cassandra whispered, "This will destroy us." "No," I said firmly. "It saves you from yourselves. From today, Ashcroft Plaza operates transparently. No shady deals, no sweetheart contracts." Preston tried to growl, "What if we don't comply?" I smiled. "Then this report goes to the IRS. They'll be interested." Heavy silence. My father asked, "What do you want?" "I want you to remember what the name Hale once meant," I replied, looking at each of them. "Great-grandfather built community, not just fortune." I stood. "You choose, work with me to restore the legacy, or find somewhere else. Lake Oswego has nice rentals." Dad called as I neared the door. "Nora, wait. I was wrong." "Yes," I answered quietly. "You were." After that, the press lit up. Nora Hale, Portland's invisible force, shatters family illusion. Evelyn resigned from 3 boards. Cassandra's husband's firm collapsed. But not all was bitter. Preston studied real estate at a public college. Cassandra volunteered at a shelter, seeking true purpose. My father asked to apprentice, not to control, but as a student. 6 months later, I sat in my Alder Street apartment, reviewing the quarterly report. Ashcroft Plaza was thriving. Contracts clean, tenants happy, small shops profitable. My mother knocked, wearing jeans, no makeup. "I'm accepting the garden party invite," she said, holding the letter. "It's not really your scene," I said. "Maybe." She looked around the modest apartment, "but I'm learning display isn't everything." She pointed at a photo of me at 23, receiving my real estate license. "Why did you choose this path?" "I wanted to build something real," I answered, "not just buy to show off." "Now you control everything," she said. "No," I corrected. "Purpose is the goal." That evening, garden party. Mom sat with Mrs. Lopez, a 38-year tenant. Preston strung lights with Mr. Keller, a veteran. Cassandra laughed with kids frosting cupcakes. They're learning. True wealth is preservation, sharing, uplifting. Dad stood beside me, holding cocoa. Great-grandfather believed buildings shelter hearts, not just wallets. I nodded. I found his journal. Notes on protecting residents. We forgot that. Dad looked at me, not as a lost daughter, but as the one carrying the torch. "You could have destroyed us," he said. "That wasn't the goal," I replied, watching a child spin under lights. "I wanted to build something that outlives me. The greatest success isn't proving them wrong, but showing what's right. Underestimated, dismissed. Don't shout louder. Build stronger. Your value needs no permission, only your conviction. What are you building? How will you protect it?"